So we've got a Mini Cooper genuine split rim wheel here that we've been asked to refurb. It's got a diamond cut lip, which is quite dull and not very nice looking. Some corrosion on the spokes. The bolts are actually seized in as well. So we've got a bit of a job on our hands. Someone already tried to start refurbishing the wheels. You see they're taking some sandpaper to the edge. And we're going to split the wheel up, strip it completely, recut the diamond section on the face, which is just here. And we're going to powder coat the centre as well, so we're going to have a black wheel, a centre with a nice diamond cut edge on it in the end up. As you can see, all the bolts are now removed. We've had to do that by hand because there's a strong chance that you would strip the threads on them if you did them with an air ratchet, buzz gun. Taking the centre out, you can see how much corrosion has built up behind the split rim there, and if that's just refurbished on the face without tackling this problem, you will find within 6 months the corrosion will start creeping back, the wheel will start oxidising, and you'll be back to square one again. So we're going to this stage in order to get a refurbishment that lasts a very long time. That's the front of the wheel completely removed. Look, there's an awful lot of corrosion in this area here. We're going to have to strip that properly. Give it a good sandblast, get rid of all the aluminium oxide before it goes for powder coating. If you have a look, thankfully all of the bolts have come out without cross-threading them. See the depth of the corrosion in there, water gets trapped behind there, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to prevent it. So this is the first mini wheel that's been chemically stripped. We've just finished sandblasting it. As you can see, we've managed to get rid of all the corrosion in the deep recesses of the body of the actual wheel rim itself. All the corrosion that's visible has been removed so that it doesn't cause problems further down the line. Inadvertently, we have also etched up this section here, but that's not going to be a problem because we're going to diamond cut that to give it a factory finish. If we have a look over here, we've got the centre of the wheel. You can see all the corrosion's been removed from the bolt holes, and it's been sandblasted, which means it's etched and ready to be powder coated. So what we have here is the centre out of the mini wheel, which has been powder coated, so it looks like new. Stripped, shot, blasted, powder coated. If you have a look, we've got wheel masking behind there. That just prevents powder getting onto the centre hub, which is used to dissipate heat and stops it locking on. We've got the outside rim here, we've got two, both have been powder coated. This one still has damage on the edge, which we'll cut off with the lathe, and this one has been freshly diamond cut. Well, look, it's very, very nice finish. It's only a short section, but it's quite a complex job to do. Purely and simply, you don't have the centre of the wheel in. This is the wheel rim mounted on the lathe, partway through being cut. As you can see, we still have some black powder coat here. We've got some smooth metal there, that's where the diamond tip's been hitting. There is a very slight wobble in this rim because the centre's not in it, but it's going to cut perfectly. I'll run it through one cycle. We're going to be taking 0.1 of a millimetre from this wheel. As you can see, as the wheel's slowed down, the painted section has become much less, and I think possibly the little bit that we've got left here is where the damage in the wheel is, so we'll need to cut until that goes down. Probably another 0.3 or 0.4 of a millimetre to come off it in total, and it should be good to go. As you can see, the edge is almost perfect. We've got a couple of small pits where we have powder coat still there. I think another 0.1 of a millimetre, and we'll be just about spot on with that. This is the first one that's been reassembled. As you can see, we've diamond cut the lip. We've got powder coated centre and powder coated main rim. Then completely covered in a lacquer. But we take great care not to get too much powder build up in this seam because it would prevent the centre hub going back in. As you can see, all the bolts are in, are set to the correct torques, but we've had to reuse the old bolts because they came out in very good condition, and that's because we did everything by hand. If you use buzz gun on them, air ratchet, more often than not, strips the threads from the wheel and everything needs retapping. So just some new tyres to go on them and they look $1 million.